Hello, humans. Here I am with another uncertain topic. I'm not here to influence you. These are just my thoughts, my thought process. In this video, I'm going to talk about a topic called time traveling. Is it possible? Is it possible scientifically? Or is it just the concept or something people just say without any evidences? Before we jump into the world of time traveling, I want to give a brief intro of what I discussed in my previous video. If you haven't watched that video, the link is in the description. Please click on and have a look and try to understand and try to think from the perspective of energy. When you think from the perspective of energy, you will understand why and what and where the world is heading to, and from where it came up. Why it is very important for everyone to understand the very basics of energy and law of uncertainty and law of conservation of energy. Because once you understand that, you can make a clear decisions in your life. If you are a student struggling to decide where to go, you can watch and you can understand these concepts and then make your decision based on that. If you're someone who is looking for something related to engineering, you just have to understand energy. If you're someone who is looking at getting into medicine and learn about medical science, you have to understand about energy and how the body consumes it and converts it. If you are looking into some physics side of it or pure science side of it, you have to understand that concept. So I highly recommend go watch that video and start thinking in terms of energy and complete basics of uncertainty. Having said that, let's go to the topic of time traveling. I know some people say it is not at all possible. At least in my opinion, time traveling to the future is definitely possible. If not physically, virtually for sure. When I say virtually, there are so many concepts I want you guys to understand, and I'll try to explain. I want to take an analogy and examples of what's happening right now in the world. Artificial intelligence, AI. I'm sure every other person in the world heard about AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robots. Recently nowadays, it's hyped too much for sure. But yeah, that is one concept. So the ultimate aim of artificial intelligence is predicting in something in the future and helping humankind in terms of manual efforts, in terms of reducing the manual efforts. That's the ultimate aim of artificial intelligence, at least in my opinion. One of the aim for sure. And there is concept of learning human brain. There is a famous guy in the world. He is studying and he is trying to insert chips into human brains and understand. And if he gets succeeded in that, so the chip can give you the sense of touch to your brain without you actually touching it. So these are the two fundamental concepts which I think will lead you to the time traveling of the future, at least virtually. See, the research that is going on around learning the human brain and neurons, how it works and how to generate the sense of the touch. That is one concept. And there is artificial intelligence that tries to predict the future. These are the two reasons why I certainly believe the time traveling virtually is possible. Imagine you have inserted a chip to your brain, and that chip has learnt from your brain. How do you think that information is fed to some artificial intelligence algorithm or a machine, you would say? That machine understands what you are thinking, how you will think, and it comes up with some solution like you might think this in particular situation. You might think that in some other situation. So we have chip that has studied your brain, and we have artificial intelligence machine that can predict based on what the chip has studied about you. So there is another concept. If we integrate that concept to these two concepts of chips and AI, the time traveling looks possible. That concept is the robots. Say there are 3 robots. They are dumb. They don't know anything. But for them to act, they need some chip and they need some algorithm to do what they want to do. And that chip is the chip that's been studied your brain, and the AI algorithm that tells the robot what to do. Are you imagining what I'm saying? If so, stay online. I have some other mesmerizing topics for you. Okay, we have a robot that is attached with a chip that has studied your brain, and there is AI algorithm that tells the robot what to do. Basically, the AI algorithm enacts your behavior in different situations, and the robot will do that AI algorithm is telling it to do. So virtually, that robot is a clone of yours. If you are a person A, the robot that's been created now is a clone of person A. And I have also mentioned about studies that's going on understanding the sense or touch of human. What I'm saying is, if that robot touches something, that data will be passed to your brain through some other communication medium. So when the robot touches, you will feel the touch yourself. Are you thinking time traveling is possible or not possible? Okay, we have AI, we have chips, and we have robots, and we somehow made it to make a clone of ourselves. How all this will lead to time traveling in the future? Okay, we have a clone of ourselves. What I'm saying is, when we have clone, don't you think you're gonna go to any place just like that? Right now, maybe in China, if it is 1 o'clock in the midnight, it might be 12 p.m. somewhere in the Eastern world, maybe in the US. If you are in Japan, and the time in Japan is 2 p.m. in the afternoon, the time in the US might be around 10 o'clock morning or even 8 o'clock morning. Since you have multiple clones residing in different parts of the world, all clones are sending information to your brain. You are actually traveling with the time. That is what the time traveling I was talking about. A clone which is dedicated to track your health can be placed in a place which is ahead of you, so that in that place it predicts what you're gonna do for some different situation and sends that information to a physical you so that you can make decision or act in advance. Thus, a time traveling. Isn't it fascinating? Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Thank you. I'll come up with some other uncertain topic which makes sense with a new modern science innovation.